Though silver in your palm weighs light, compared to death by blast or sword, do not shy the hopeless fight, for endeavour brings its own reward. I know that sounds really fancy, but it's actually something I remember from when I was like 12 years old, from Warhammer 40,000, which is a role-playing game rulebook. And it's stuck in my noggin all those years, like those Shakespeare quotes, but I like it. Though silver in the palm weighs light, compared to death by blast or sword. So, in the context of the book, it was about how it was very tempting to take money to get bought off from fighting an enemy. But do not shy the hopeless fight, for endeavour brings its own reward. And then the quote was saying, you know what, sometimes it's worth fighting against an enemy you can't win, because perhaps just doing that is a signal that will give you some kind of unexpected victory, and you'll make it. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. The hopeless fight. Does it ever feel hopeless? Does it ever feel like you're never making any progress? I don't know. Last few days I've been feeling better, a lot better, and I am making progress. So I was up at 4 this morning. I don't even set my alarm these days. I just kind of like wake up, and through some chemical encouragement, I get my butt in front of a computer, and it's always the hardest step, just getting your butt in front of a computer. But as soon as I start writing, it's amazing. It really is. It's funny. I heard someone describe the flow state. That's when you just flow into whatever you're doing, and with writing, that's for me. That's the only time the human brain releases all 5 of the chemicals that can make you happy. Entering the flow state is the most potent drug there is. Every other drug, cocaine, heroin, whatever, that is taken to mimic the effect of being in the flow state. And every morning, recently I've been starting my day getting up in complete solitude and entering that flow state, and it's made my day better. It's still far from perfect, but that's okay. Courage, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. The courage to do this. What do I mean by this? To have this wild aspiration of being a writer who can support their family in abundance. It's not crazy. Thousands of writers do it. In fact, Jeff Bezos said there are over 1,000 writers who make over $100,000 a year self-publishing on Amazon. And it doesn't sound like very many, but I'm one of them. Maybe not this year, but I have been one of them, and I intend to be one of them again. So that can be you. Nothing's stopping you. Everyone always blames external forces, but I've definitely known when it comes to writing, the only force is you. Sit down and write. Sit down and write. That's the part you're responsible for. Show up, as Amy from Inspired to Write says. Yeah, that's what is really important. It's just to show up and make your best shot. But you have to do that. You owe it to yourself to do that. And this has been forefront in my mind because just the other day I found out somebody I went to university with died. I'd say a friend. I mean, I wasn't hugely close to him, but in one of those weird twists of fate, I wasn't hugely close to him in university, probably because of the people I hung out with, who were like, that guy's a loser. And unfortunately, I was so insecure in those days that I listened to them instead of listening to my gut. But fortunately, Facebook, one of the wonders of modern technology, put me back in contact with so many people, including him. Just checking my dog's still there. And it's funny, he ended up becoming quite a good chum of mine. It's actually one of like the top people I interact with on Facebook. Anyway, he passed away. And a number of things struck me. He was a good guy. This guy was Tony. I don't know if I ever called him Tony, but he was a good guy. A really good guy. Because he was really selfless in doing things for other people, for his family. And yeah, he never got married. I don't know what dreams he had, but he gave all of himself to other people. And then, a little older than me, like literally 1 or 2 years older than me, he's dead. Other people literally took all of him. And I don't know if that's true or not. It's just what I saw from it. But it really got me thinking, you know what, the clock is ticking, the sands of time are running through our fingers, so I think it's worth maybe making yourself uncomfortable to do this, to have the courage to maybe do some insane things and follow your dream of being a writer, because what's going to happen otherwise? You're going to play it safe. Playing it safe is the quickest way to an early grave. I don't want to die tomorrow and not have achieved my goal. I don't want to die tomorrow and not have written all these books that are locked up inside my head. I don't want to die tomorrow and be known as that nice kid who tried his best at all these jobs and you know never was quite like a huge success. Yeah, okay, no, it's not for me. I want to do it, and you want to do it too. So you need to have courage. You need to have courage, and you need to show up every day, and you need to believe in this thing. And as I said, I think that's all you need. I have a philosophy that to be a writer who can support his family through nothing but writing, all it takes is showing up every single day, learning the craft of writing, and following the process of publishing. That's it. It's not luck, it's not talent, it's not privilege. Showing up, learning to write, learning to publish. And I'm going to do that. And I think one of the things is I'm learning, definitely, I got that message from my poor friend who passed away, that clock is ticking, so I need to do this now for me. And I want to take you on the journey, because I want to do this with you. Maybe other people will get inspired to do this as well, but more importantly, maybe this is something that I'm here to do. Maybe my purpose is to write books and follow a path and lead others down that path. So, I don't know. Tony, I hope I didn't mischaracterize you horribly with what I said, but rest in peace, and I'm going to try and live a life that you would be proud of. Anyway, I'm going to finish this video now, but take care, good luck, have courage, as my late brother would say, keep the faith.